You know what strikes me most after more than 25 years of practice in urology? It's that the most important conversation every man should have after 60, nobody really dares to address it, not in the office, not between friends over a drink, not even within families, yet it's a question of quality of life, of dignity, and frankly it can change everything. And what I'm about to share with you today includes one habit that's going to surprise you, but it's validated by the largest international studies. So stay with me because what you're about to discover could save you years of struggle. I'm Dr. Mark Sens, urologist for a quarter of a century, and today I'm going to talk to you straight about 5 simple habits that can literally protect your prostate. No fluff, no beating around the bush, just solid science and advice you can apply starting tonight. But before diving into the heart of the matter, we need to talk frankly about why the prostate deserves all your attention after 60. The prostate is a small gland, barely the size of a walnut, located just below the bladder. It surrounds the urethra, that canal that evacuates urine. Its role is to produce part of the seminal fluid that transports sperm. So far so good. The problem is that with age, especially after 50 years old, the prostate starts to enlarge, and even when this enlargement is benign, it can really mess up your daily life. This condition is called benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH for short. According to studies from the American National Institutes of Health, more than 50% of men between 50 and 60 years old already show symptoms related to this volume increase. After 70 years old, we climb to more than 80%, 4 men out of 5, can you imagine? And what saddens me most is seeing how it impacts daily life. When the prostate enlarges, it compresses the urethra and complicates urination. Result is a weak urinary stream. That unpleasant feeling that the bladder is never completely empty, difficulties starting when you're in the bathroom, and especially those repeated nighttime awakenings to pee 3, 4 times per night sometimes, hello crappy sleep and chronic fatigue. And here's the thing that drives me crazy, most men think it's normal, that it's part of aging, that you have to live with it. Well no, that's false. Science clearly shows us that there are natural ways to prevent this excessive enlargement and even reduce symptoms with very simple daily habits. That's exactly what you're going to discover now, because the first habit may seem basic, but it has a power that few men really know about. Now before we continue, I need to ask you something really important. If this content is helping you understand your health better, if you think this information deserves to reach more men who need it, take 5 seconds right now to hit that subscribe button and activate the notification bell. This simple gesture gives incredible strength to this channel and allows me to continue sharing this vital medical information that can literally change lives. And while you're at it, don't forget to check the link in the description for our special giveaway on the channel. It's our way of thanking this amazing community. Now let's get back to these life-changing habits. The first habit is strategic hydration to reduce prostate inflammation. Simple but remarkably effective. Drinking enough water can considerably relieve frequent urinary symptoms in men over 60. But attention, it's not just about the quantity of water you drink. The key is how you hydrate throughout the day. As we age, the sensation of thirst diminishes. Many men go hours without drinking a drop, and when they think about it, it's already too late. Result is urine stays concentrated, acidic, and loaded with toxins that irritate the bladder and inflame the prostate. This accumulation of waste in the urine damages internal tissues, weakens the urinary stream, increases urgency, and it's one of the main causes of repeated nighttime awakenings. You know that, right? Getting up 2 or 3 times per night. But there's a very simple adjustment that completely changes the game: strategic hydration. The principle is clear: hydrate well in the morning and during the day, drink water progressively, and reduce your liquid consumption in the evening. This improves bladder function, reduces pressure on the prostate, and helps the body eliminate toxins without overloading the urinary system during the night. In a study published in the Journal of Urology involving more than 2,000 men over 60 years old, this strategy reduced nighttime symptoms and the sensation of incompletely emptied bladder by up to 41%. 41%, can you imagine? This small change costs nothing, but it can improve your sleep, protect your prostate, and give you back a real feeling of rest upon waking. It's the first step, and it works even better when it becomes a daily routine. The second habit is walking after meals to improve blood circulation in the prostate. This habit has a direct impact on prostatic health, even though it's rarely mentioned in consultations, yet it's something any man can do every day for free with a simple walk after main meals. This very simple movement after lunch and dinner activates essential bodily functions, and these benefits go far beyond digestion. Walking right after eating stimulates circulation in the pelvic region by sending more blood, oxygen, and nutrients to the prostate. This helps reduce inflammation, improve cellular oxygenation, and progressively normalize prostatic function. Plus, walking after meals helps control blood sugar, which is important since diabetes is a known risk factor for benign prostatic hyperplasia and more serious urinary symptoms. Another crucial point is its effect on systemic inflammation. A sedentary lifestyle, especially after meals, increases inflammatory markers in the body. Light movement reduces these substances and protects tissues including the prostate. In a study conducted by the St. Paul University School of Medicine with men over 65 years old, those who walked only 15 minutes after lunch and dinner had 35% less risk of developing moderate or aggravated symptoms of benign prostatic hyperplasia. 35%, that's enormous. No need for a long walk, no need for a treadmill. A light and constant walk each day is enough, whether indoors, on the sidewalk, or even in your apartment hallway. This habit seems insignificant, but over time it protects the prostate remarkably through its regularity, and frankly, between us, it's much more pleasant than a gym session, right? Now we come to the third habit, and it's the one that's going to make some teeth grind, but I'm telling you straight: regular sexual activity to protect and naturally clean the prostate. It's one of the most effective habits for prostate health, but because of taboos and old beliefs, it's also one of the most ignored by older men. We're talking about maintaining a regular sex life, and yes, that includes masturbation. Modern science confirms regular ejaculation promotes a sort of internal cleaning of the prostate. This helps expel accumulated secretions, dead cells, and toxins that could accumulate in the gland, and it's not just theory. A study from Harvard School of Public Health published in the Journal European Urology followed more than 10,000 men for 2 decades and discovered that those who ejaculated at least 21 times per month had 33% less risk of developing prostate cancer during their lifetime. 33%, that's enormous. In addition to this purifying effect, sexual activity improves pelvic blood flow, relaxes muscles around the prostate, reduces stress levels, and improves mood. All this decreases local inflammation, a key factor in prostate problems. Unfortunately, many men over 60 still approach this subject with fear, guilt, or shame, but from a medical point of view, maintaining an active sex life is a natural, safe, and effective way to take care of your prostate health. Whether with your partner or solo, what's important is regularity. If you have questions or difficulties, the best thing is to talk openly with your urologist. Denying or ignoring the problem doesn't protect your health, but a mature and informed approach can save your prostate. And then, frankly, between us, it's still nicer as a prescription than pills, right? The fourth habit is strategic nutrition to reduce the risk of inflammation and prostate cancer. This habit is linked to something you already do every day: eating, except maybe you're not doing it with the right intention. There are specific foods that offer direct protection to the prostate, helping reduce inflammation, decrease the risk of benign enlargement, and even prevent the appearance of cancerous cells. The appearance of these cells can be influenced by diet. One of the most studied compounds is lycopene, a natural antioxidant present in foods like tomatoes, watermelon, and guava. This red pigment has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and acts directly on prostatic tissue. A study published in the International Journal of Cancer demonstrated that men who consumed cooked tomatoes at least twice per week had 28% less risk of developing prostate cancer. 28% just with tomatoes, can you imagine? Another essential nutrient is zinc, present in pumpkin seeds, nuts, and seafood. Zinc helps balance hormonal levels and maintains the structural health of the prostate for years. Plus, vegetables like broccoli, kale, cauliflower, and cabbage contain compounds called sulforaphanes that promote detoxification processes and help prevent cellular changes in the prostate. The ideal is that your meals are colorful and plant-based, including cooked tomatoes, green leafy vegetables, seeds rich in minerals, and a good source of lean protein. Consumed regularly, these foods ACT subtly but effectively, keeping the prostate less inflamed, better oxygenated, and with balanced metabolism. With adequate nutrition, diet becomes a form of preventive medicine and perhaps one of your best allies to protect your prostate health. And then, frankly, between homemade ratatouille and medications, the choice is quickly made, right? Finally, the fifth habit, and it's perhaps the most underestimated: Deep sleep to regulate hormones and protect prostate health. This habit is often ignored by most men, but it has a much greater impact than you can imagine. Good deep and restorative sleep is essential to maintain hormonal balance that directly affects prostate health. During deep sleep, especially in the most regenerative phases of the night, the body produces regulatory hormones like melatonin and growth hormone. These two hormones have anti-inflammatory effects and protect prostatic tissue. When sleep is interrupted, superficial, or insufficient, these hormonal cycles are disrupted, stress levels increase, free testosterone tends to decrease, and general body inflammation increases. A study published in the journal Cancer Epidemiology, Biomarkers and Prevention followed more than 2,400 men for nearly a decade and discovered that those who suffered from sleep disorders had twice the risk of developing aggressive forms of prostate cancer, twice the risk just because of poor sleep. The explanation is simple: without quality sleep, the body cannot effectively repair tissues, leaving the prostate more vulnerable to inflammatory and degenerative processes. It's therefore crucial to create an environment conducive to restorative sleep, dark, calm, and with constant schedules. This is not a luxury, it's a prevention strategy. Sleeping deeply doesn't just restore the mind but also protects your prostate every night, and then admit it, after a good night's sleep everything seems simpler, even prostate problems. So there you have it, we've covered the 5 essential habits: strategic hydration, walking after meals, regular sexual activity, targeted nutrition, and deep sleep. 5 simple, natural, accessible habits that can literally transform your quality of life after 60. And I'm not talking about miracles, I'm talking about solid science validated by thousands of studies and tested on tens of thousands of men around the world. Now I want to be honest with you, these habits will only work if you apply them regularly. No need to be perfect, no need to change everything overnight. Start with one habit, the one that seems easiest to you, and integrate it into your routine, then add another, then another. Over time these small changes accumulate and create an incredible snowball effect on your health, and I'm going to be even more direct. If you already have symptoms, if you get up several times per night, if you have a weak urinary stream, if you feel your bladder is never completely empty, don't stay in denial, consult a urologist. These habits are excellent for prevention and improvement of mild to moderate symptoms, but they don't replace appropriate medical follow-up. Your prostate deserves attention and respect exactly like the rest of your body. After more than 25 years seeing men of all ages, I can tell you one thing: those WHOH best aren't those with the best genetics or the most money. They're those who take care of themselves daily with simple but constant gestures. They're those who dare to talk about their problems, who don't let shame or misplaced pride prevent them from taking their health in hand. So here's my question for you: which of these 5 habits are you going to start today? Strategic hydration, walking after meals, a more regular sex life, more targeted nutrition, or better sleep? Tell me in the comments because I'm really interested to know what resonates most with you, and if you have questions, doubts, concerns, ask them without filter. I read all the comments and I respond to as many as possible. And if this content has been useful to you, if you think it can help your father, your grandfather, your uncle, a friend, share it. Prostate health is a subject we should address much more openly in our society. The more we talk about it, the less taboo there is, and the less unnecessary suffering there is. In the next video I'm going to answer the most frequently asked questions I receive in consultation, and believe me, some will surprise you. Questions nobody dares to ask but everyone wonders about. Subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss that. Take care of yourself, take care of your prostate, and never forget, aging in good health is not a question of luck, it's a question of daily choices. See you very soon.